In the heart of Winter Haven, a quaint village nestled between snow-capped mountains, Christmas was always magical. Icicles shimmered like jewels, lanterns glowed warmly in windows, and the scent of pine and cinnamon filled the air. But this year, everything felt different. A heavy snowstorm had cut Winter Haven off from the neighboring towns. Supplies were running low, and though the villagers tried to stay hopeful, they worried about how they would celebrate Christmas. The usual grand feast and vibrant festivities seemed impossible. Young Ella, though just 10 years old, was full of determination and hope. She believed Christmas wasn't just about feasts and gifts, but about bringing people together. She decided to act. Her best friend, Max, loved tinkering with gadgets, but even he was unsure when Ella shared her daring plan. Ella wanted to venture to the nearby mountain pass. Legends spoke of a magical cabin at the peak where the spirit of winter lived. Though it sounded like a fairy tale, Ella believed they could find help. Max hesitated, but Ella's unwavering optimism convinced him. They decided to use Max's invention, a sled with glowing runners powered by wind and heat. Though it had never been tested in such harsh conditions, they had no other choice. On Christmas Eve, under a pale moonlight, they set out on their glowing sled. The journey was treacherous. Snowdrifts were taller than the village's tallest pine, and the wind howled like a wild beast. But though the storm raged, their determination never faltered. The sled's glow lit their path, but even its warmth couldn't completely shield them from the cold. At last, they reached the mountain's crest. The cabin stood glowing, made entirely of ice and light. But though it looked magical, Ella and Max hesitated at the door, unsure if the legend was true. They stepped inside and found a kind old man with a flowing beard, his eyes sparkling like the northern lights. The spirit of winter listened as Ella and Max explained their village's plight. He was touched by their courage and selflessness, but he warned them, magic is not about ease. It must be used with care and love. With a wave of his hand, he gifted them a sack filled with enchanted snowflakes. These flakes will melt into joy, unity, and warmth, he said. But remember, the magic will only work if your hearts are true. As dawn broke on Christmas morning, Ella and Max returned to the village. Though exhausted, they immediately began sprinkling the enchanted snowflakes. The flakes melted into the air, spreading an invisible energy throughout Winter Haven. At first, nothing seemed to happen, but slowly, the villagers awoke to find tables filled with food, stockings stuffed with surprises, and an inexplicable sense of joy and unity. Neighbors gathered, though many had been distant or worried before. They laughed and shared stories by the fire. The snowstorm miraculously cleared, but what truly warmed their hearts was the togetherness they felt. Ella and Max smiled, knowing they had brought back not just Christmas, but a sense of hope. Though their journey had been perilous, their belief in kindness and love had made all the difference. From that day forward, the legend of the enchanted snowflakes became a cherished story in Winter Haven, reminding everyone that though times might be hard, the true magic of Christmas lies in the love and kindness we share.